Hiya, welcome to Tales Beyond the Grave. Welcome back to another video, and I'm here today. I'm in the centre of Manchester, and I'm here today to show you three statues you might not know are in Manchester. Three different statues, and what I'll do, I'll take you to number one, which is just over here. Number two is down at Deansgate, and number three is up near the Bridgewater Hall. So get your feet up, have a brew, and let me know if you've ever seen these statues when you've been in Manchester before. So let's go and take you to number one. I love coming to Manchester. I still get the buzz. Even though I'm from Salford, I'm just over the border, we've got our own city, but I always get the buzz when I come to Manchester. It's just got so much history, from Roman to the medieval times to the Edwardian, Victorian, Georgian times. Even the bridge I'm going to take you across, not the one you can see this bloke walking across, but the one just below it is a very historic bridge in Manchester, and that was the first public bridge to be built, crossing the River Irwell, as you can see below, and linking Salford to Manchester. So there's Manchester, and you come across this side, and there's Salford on this side. Now, other than this bridge, you would have had to have crossed via a ferry, which was like a man with a little rowing boat to take you across for a penny or whatever. So I'm going to take you across this historic Manchester Bridge, the first one crossing the River Irwell and linking Salford to Manchester. So this we're going to cross now is the historic Victoria Bridge, and like I say, I just told you all about it. So I'm going to take you over it. You're walking over a piece of history here. Very first bridge linking Salford to Manchester. And the reason I'm crossing this bridge is because statue number one is just over there. Let's go and see who statue number one is. So this is the first statue I'm going to show you, and this is Mahatma Gandhi, and it was to celebrate his 150th birthday, and the statue was erected in 2019 and crafted by Indian artist Ram V. Suter, cast in bronze and erected as a direct response to the Manchester Arena bombing to show love and peace in the city. Now, Gandhi led India to independence, although he'd only briefly visited the city in 1931 on his way to meet mill workers in Lancashire, teaching love will always overcome hate. He famously lost his sandal while running for a train, and as the train moved away, threw his remaining sandal from the moving train, saying somebody could find the pair of sandals to use someone less fortunate than me. So that is the statue of Mahatma Gandhi. We've got a little plaque here as well to tell you about it. So statue number one in Manchester is the statue of Mahatma Gandhi. I'm going to show you statue number two, and it's just up towards the end of Deansgate. So let's go and have a look at statue number two. While I'm on my way to the second statue, I've come across Abraham Lincoln. So there's a statue here of Abraham Lincoln. Now, I don't think he was born in Manchester, to tell you the truth, but there's a statue here for a reason, but I think that is for another video. So watch for statues of Manchester number two. Abraham Lincoln, I'll probably be on that one. So this is the sculpture or statue of the Eureka Man from 1990, sculptured by Thompson Dagnall, and it shows a Greek mathematician, inventor and philosopher, Archimedes, representing his Eureka moment when he leapt out of the bath naked upon discovering the principle of buoyancy. And that was sort of like a body immersed in fluid loses volume, and this was at a time when there was no real way of weighing things. Now the king gave him a problem to solve. The king had given a lump of gold to a goldsmith, worried the goldsmith would then take some of the gold for himself and replace it with a less precious silver to make his solid gold crown. And that's not his gold crown on top of his head, that's a plastic road cone. So he asked Archimedes to study the problem and solve it. He suddenly realised he had solved the problem in the bath, and he leapt out the bath naked running down the street shouting Eureka as he ran to tell the king how he could solve his problem. And that is Archimedes. He covered his dignity up, obviously. They weren't looking in his moment of Eureka. So that is statue number 2, you might not know, is in Manchester. The sculpture of Archimedes. I wonder if he's got any trunks on. So that was sculpture or statue number 2. So the next one I'm going to take you to see now is in the centre of Manchester. It might be a bit difficult with it being noisy, lots of people about. But the third and final one I'm going to take you to is the statue of Emmeline Pankhurst, very famous Victorian suffragette. So I'll take you over, tell you a bit about Emmeline's life and why she has a statue here. So let's go and have a look at number 3. Now, another interesting fact you might not know about Manchester, and I'm going to show you just behind me here, that is a Vimto bottle. And did you know that the product Vimto was first made here in Manchester, in Granby Row, where we are. That's why there's a monument there for it. And I'm going to take you over and show you a bit around it. But yeah, Vimto started in Granby Row, just behind me. So yeah, it was first made here, and it was, I don't know where the word Vimto comes from, but it was made from vitamin C, and it was first like a medicinal pick-me-up drink. And back then, if you were feeling a bit like you had flu symptoms and stuff like that, a bottle of Vimto or a drink of Vimto would perk you up. But it is made of berries, and also there's one ingredient in there which they won't reveal, which makes it a Vimto. I don't know what Vimto stands for though, but that is another interesting fact about Manchester. So statue number 3 is there, and there's something going on for Ukraine, and also a load of women with inflated boobs. So I can't actually get to it, but what I can do is tell you about Emmeline Pankhurst and show you hopefully when they've gone. So British-born political activist and leader of the suffragette movement, and the statue was erected in 2018 and sculptured by Hazel Reeves. Now, the first statue of a woman in Manchester to be erected since Queen Victoria's statue, and that was over 100 years ago. Emmeline, she was born in Moss Side, Manchester in 1858, joining the suffragette movement at the age of 14. She was active in the movement, disrupting meetings involving the King and Prime Minister and important events throughout the UK. Now, I'm singing some Ukraine songs here now, but this was the last one I'm coming over to do, and there's so much going on around here. I didn't think it'd be this bad. She was imprisoned on numerous occasions and suffered horrendous force feeding. She described her time in prison like being a human being in the process of becoming turned into a wild animal. That's what she said about her time in prison. She witnessed sickening scenes of violence towards her and other suffragettes almost every day while in prison. One day, prison officers opened her cell door where she raised a clay jug above her head and announced, "If any of you enter this cell, I will defend myself." She never gave up her fight and suffering. After suffering ill health, she witnessed a right for women to be seen on the same terms of men and have the right to vote. Emmeline passed away in 1928 due to ill health at the age of 69. Unfortunately, I can't get too close. So apologies for the sound. This is statue number 3, and that's Emmeline Pankhurst. Like I say, it's the first statue in over 100 years to be erected in Manchester for a woman, and the last one being Queen Victoria. So I'll take you around, hope the music didn't put you on, and I'll just show you this lovely statue. she never give up the fight for women to have the right to vote just like men, and she's seen it through. Even though she died of an illness, she's seen the vote put through the court by the politicians. So well done, Emmeline Pankhurst. So thanks for watching. That's been 3 statues you might not have thought were in the centre of Manchester. Have a walk around next time you're in Manchester and go and have a look for yourself. But thanks for watching. This has been Tales Beyond the Grave, and give us a thumbs up if you like the videos, give us a share as well, and also subscribe if you've not already subscribed. And it just, what it does, doing them things for us, it just gets encourages me to get out there and bring you interesting videos like this. I hope it's not been too noisy for you, the last one, but I hope you've enjoyed it. And like I say, I'm just going to go on to film the next one, but I've got that many. I've got a list as long as my arm. So where am I going on the next one? I don't know. I'll see you when I get there though. Thanks for watching.